All right. Hello, Southeast Region leaders. Keyshawn Graves here, and today is October 18th. Woo! I cannot believe we are almost through October, and we have some really exciting things happening. We have Team Spirit registration. Ooh, ooh. Are you guys excited and getting your teams registered? I've seen the team names coming in. I've seen the team of 20. I've seen the team of 1,000. So be sure that you guys get your teams registered by the end of this month. We are also gearing up for the Eric Qualman webcast. You do not want to miss that next month. And of course, our Success Club prize. But why are we here today? We are here on our training call to hear from my good friend, Jennifer Wooten. Jen is up in the Virginia area. She's on the DC Market Council. She is the founder of Team No Limits. Get this, she is a mom of 4 teenagers, a 2015 elite coach, currently a 6-star diamond, and is still working her full-time job as a service contract administrator. Say that 10 times fast. All that to say that she is absolutely phenomenal, and we are so excited to have her on to share about 30 minutes of her time on
growing our cold market.
Not creating diamonds, growing your cold market. So without further ado and without any more messing it up, I'm going to pass the mic over to Jennifer Wooten.
You are so cute. Well, yeah, as Kasia, thank you so much for that introduction. You are always so fun to work with. As Keyshawn said, I pretty much define busy. So I don't take many excuses from people. And I think that that's what's built a lot of my success, is because there's really no excuse into not being successful in this business, not getting successful results, not getting people successful results, because you should be able to share what you know. So I want to share with you. I don't spend too much time on the building up to the meat and potatoes of the call. I like to dive right in because we're all limited on time. And if you heard my introduction, that's why I dig right into the meat and potatoes. So I want you guys to go into this call being intentional. We're spending way too much time on making things pretty. Okay, nobody's going to see that beautiful tracker that you just spent 14 hours making sure that it was hot pink and sparkly and pretty and printed out and whatever. Nobody's going to see it. So stop spending so much time on making things pretty and let's take action. I am all about action. So before I dive into growing your cold market, I think that there are some seriously super important prep steps into growing your cold market intentionally. Because anybody can add 1,000 people to their network in a day. Awesome. Good for you. So what are you going to do with those people? That's where the bread and butter is. That is where you purposely are growing friends and growing your network. So the first step that I always, and I'm going to share all this with Keyshawn. I'm going to give you my Google Doc of growing your cold market step by step, all of my super unsexy calendars and trackers and black and white everything, because I'm a paper pen girl. I'm going to share it all, so don't worry if you miss a step. But first thing, you need to have a calendar. Big sexy right here. You got to have a calendar. You got to know what the heck you're doing every single month. You need to know what you're inviting to every single week. So I have the next 6 months planned out. Wonderful. Life happens. I need to know what I'm doing this week, because I need to know what I'm inviting to. I need to know what I'm talking about, what I should be setting my intentions on for the week. So have a calendar, whatever works for you. I'll share mine. Have a planning day for your week. Yes, we have Power Hour, but you need to have a planning day for your week so that you know what you're inviting to and you have your groups that you're focusing on, and there's no aimlessly scrolling through Facebook for hours. That drives me nuts. Like, you waste so much time on that. I'm not going to go into piece by piece of my planning day, but I am going to share my planning day doc with you just so that you can know, because I actually am such a paper pen person that I just did that. I have these on my wall, and when I do my planning day, I check it off with a dry erase, and when I'm done, I erase it all because I'm done. I do the same thing with my Power Hour, and I know what groups I'm focusing on every single week. Now, there's so many things out there. There's Team Z, you can grow your cold market, all kinds of different apps that you can use, or systems, customer tracking systems, have you. But I'm on the computer all day long, and I'm always on the go. So when I grow my cold market, and anytime I leave my house, I have my binder ready to roll, which I'm also going to share with you guys. So planning day, calendar, know what you're inviting to. Activity tracker. I'm going to share with you my power hours, my planning day, all that good stuff and what I do in it. I'm not going to waste time on that. But I do want to go into the next step. So you've got your calendar. You have a planning day. On your planning day, you are strategically figuring out what groups you want to focus on during the week. So what I mean by groups is when you go onto Facebook and you find groups, discover groups. If I could do, I'll show you that too. I have a little video I'm going to share in my document as well. You'll go in and you'll add yourself to groups, or you'll go search current groups that you're already in, and you will be adding value. So you need to pick out, I'm not going to go into detail on that right now, but you need to know at least 3 groups a week of what you're going to focus on. You're going to focus on a certain amount of groups every single week. Okay, and you're going to write those groups out because that is your focus for the week. You're not going to go and, oh, I wonder what so-and-so's up to, or I wonder what these people are doing. No, you have a focus every single week of where you're going to build relationships, because that's what we're doing. That's the business we're in. We're in a relationship building and sharing business. We're not selling anything. And if you feel like you're selling something, you're doing it wrong. So that's why I'm here. All right. We did our planning day. We know what groups we're focusing on. We've got our calendar. We know what the heck we're doing, right? So it's almost time for power hour. But first, before you start your power hour, and do not even attempt, first of all, to grow your cold market if you are not sitting down, purposely tracking who you're adding to your network. Because if you're not tracking them, you're doing it in vain and you'll forget about them. So what is your purpose in adding people to your network? Just so you can see a number, oh, I've got 10,000 followers. But if you don't know those 10,000 people, or if you don't interact with them, they're pointless. It's purposeless. So first thing you do, this is before power hour. What's the first thing you do when somebody sends you a friend request? I go look at their page. I want to know who the heck this person is. What are they about? Make sure they're not from a corporate job. I want to know it all. So I go in there and I get to know them a little bit better. If they look creepy, they're not making it through. My page is on private. A lot of people open it wide open, and that's awesome for you, but I do not. So that's what you need to be thinking about. That's the first thing people do when you friend request them. So how does your storefront look? It blows my mind how people can put in so much energy into making things pretty, and they're killing their workout. They're getting awesome results, but you can't even tell they're doing anything on their Facebook page. You can't even tell that they're a coach, that they help people, nothing. So you need to do a gut check before you do your power hour every single day. Go to your Facebook page. If that's my main social media outlet, so I'm just going to refer to Facebook. Whatever yours is, go check it. It's gut check time. Does it excite you? Okay, because my page excites the hell out of me. People are tagging me. We're doing crock pot meals. We're just all over the place. We're excited. My customers are all over my page. I'm all over my page. Can you tell you're a product of the product? Because that's the next thing. Because if you can't tell that you're a product of the product and can scroll down in the last 5 to 7 posts and see that you have done something incredible this week to change your life, what's the point? Your storefront's crap. Nobody wants to see that. It's not going to excite anybody. It's going to make them feel like, can you tell that you help people? I always have groups going on, and part of winning or earning points and winning prizes and fun stuff that we do is tagging me in what they're doing. Because I want people on my page to see that it's not just me that's insane trying to reach major goals and whatever, but I'm actually helping people. I am like changing and impacting lives. That should be reflected on your storefront. And the reason I'm spending so much time on the prep before you start growing your cold market, because it all starts with you. And if you're not putting in the efforts to make sure that you are sharing, not selling, you're being the link, not putting a link on your page, but you are the actual link to all of these incredible things that we have available to help so many different people, then you're doing it wrong. And you just need to reevaluate, and it's okay. But you just do that gut check. I strongly, strongly suggest you do that before your power hour. Growing your cold market should be in your power hour. It should be a part that you do on purpose. You don't just go adding 1,000 friends and random people that you don't even know who the heck they are, because they don't know who you are either. You need to do it on purpose and during your power hour. You need to be asking questions, answering questions, adding value, and building bonds. Do not even mention Beachbody. Beachbody does an incredible job advertising every single program and product for us. We don't need to do advertising of products and programs. You need to be the product of the product. They already take care of all the billboards. So what we have to do is work on the storefront. So now we're going to go make best friends, and we're going to keep track of them, okay? You're going to go into your groups, your 3 focused groups that you have set out for the week, and you're going to ask a question. One of my, I've got curly hair, don't care. You can't tell right now, but I really do have some massively curly hair. And so I'm always trying to look for a new, shampoo or conditioner to help a sister out with controlling my mane or something like that. So I'm always going in there and I'm asking random questions that I come up with about my hair and things that I've learned and sharing things that my hairdresser has taught, so forth and so on. So if you're not in some interesting groups that mean something to you, like a book club or a bicycling group or whatever, go to Discover Groups in Facebook, add yourself to some, and those can be your 3 focused groups. But add value. Go and scroll through and find something that you can actually connect to. Somebody that you can actually be like, oh man, I know the answer to that, and actually like build a relationship with them. Don't talk about your freaking programs and products and oh my God, I love my shake. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. They want to know who you are. They want to bond with you and get to know you. So let your personality shine. All right. So that's what we're doing. We've checked the storefront. We've done our gut check, right? So now you're strategically in Power Hour in front of, you guys ready for this piece of paper? That's so fun. So I used to have a 4-step guide, right? A 4-step friend tracker. I track my friends, which is borderline creepy, but it works. And then I had these mastermind calls with freaking Laura M. I can't even remember her last name. And I went from a 4-step process to a 7-step, well, that's not funny, 7-step funnel system for friends. So I go in there and I'm building friends, and I'm going to share these beautiful documents. I go in there and I am adding 5 people. I don't add any more than 5 people a day because I can't keep up with more than 5 people a day. You're insane. I could barely keep up with my kids and remember their birthdays. So I add 5 people a day, and then there's 7 steps, and I'm going to share. First, we're adding them to your network, and then you're thanking them for whatever value they've added to your life or that you've added to theirs. Message them. It's not creepy. Hey girl, thank you so much for accepting my friend request. I thought you were hilarious on the, in that thread, or oh my gosh, you're a wealth of information. I've got to keep you around, or whatever. Build a relationship and actually have something to talk about. How interesting is that, right? Not just friend request. Anybody can do that. All right. So then that's step 1. You're adding them to your network, right? And once they accept, you're going to mark that off, and you're going to write down where you met them. Boom. In a year from now, when you're announcing them as, your top coach on your team, you're going to reflect back to where you met them from, right? You're going to say, I remember when we met in that group and blah, blah, blah. Okay? It's fun to look back on because it happens a lot. So we're tracking our friends. Step 2, a couple days. This is 7 steps. It's a 2-week process, okay? By the end of that 2 weeks, they should be in one of your challenge groups. They should be on an opportunity call. They should be in a coach sneak peek. Whatever it is that you have on your beautiful calendar to invite to, you're building a relationship. They're your new best friends, 5 people a day. And you're going through these steps and you're checking them off as you go. And I'm going to give you the visual. I'm going to give you the document. You can look at it, laugh at it, use it. I'm telling you it works, all right? Next step, you're messaging them. Maybe you got something to say to them. You're going on their page and you're showing love. You're getting to know them. What's their family dynamic? Maybe they're a fur baby mom or whatever. Connect. Always have something to connect to. All right. And you remember your first connection was a group that you actually added value to and took value from. So that's always a connection. There's nothing awkward about that. You love their personality. Girl, I got a free group coming up. Do you like crock pots? Do you own a crock pot? Right? I mean, who doesn't like free food menus or whatever? Tell me what to eat. I love when people do that. So right there, that's a connection. You're not selling them anything. You're not saying, hey, I got 21 Day Fixes on sale and I really want you to, no, not cute, not cool. Build a relationship. The rest will come naturally because on your page that you're not even saying anything about you are killing it in your workout, and you've already been friends with this person for a week, and they just saw you drop 5 pounds in 1 week because you had a transformation Tuesday that knocked their socks off. They're going to message you. Half of the time, I have never messaged anyone and said, hey, there's a sale going on, or I don't even know how it works. Like a cold message, I guess you would call it. Not cute. They look at my page and they're like, what is this thing you're always talking about? What is this meal planning that you're teaching? You're teaching something, you guys. You're teaching, right? We don't sell anything. We teach. We teach. We share and we teach. All right, so step 3, and I've got the steps in there too for you, okay? It's a natural process of building a best friend in 7 days. It's like a build a friend workshop or something. It's awesome. And you just go through, and every day you're just handling 5 people. You're loving on 5 people. And that's what you do. You go in those groups and you're growing your cold market. When I first started this business, I had 120 friends and my page was on private. My page still is on private. But I have like 1,800 new best friends, and I love on them. You know, there's not a person on my page that I have not contacted or connected or loved on in a month, because once you get to step 7, this is where it happens, you guys. This is where it happens. It's so fun. Now, if you're in Team Z, I'm not trying to convert you. If that's your thing, that's your thing. I deal with spreadsheets all day long. I want nothing to do with my computer. Half of the time, I'm sitting in my car for 2 hours waiting for softball, football, cheerleading, or basketball to finish. So I have my handy-dandy folder, binder, whatever. So after I get to step 7, I'm inviting them to something. We have already, half the time, I don't even get to step 7. I'm already inviting them to something because I always got something going on because I'm excited, right? I go and I have 30 tabs in this bad boy, y'all. 30 tabs. You see where I'm going with this? I'm going to share this system with you because it's cute. I have customer connection sheets. You know those business activity trackers? Well, I kind of just made my own black and white follow-up sheet. It's real cute. Let's see here. You can't really see it on Zoom, but real cute. Just tells where I met them, what their goals are, because that's the first thing I talk about. I want to know what their goals are. I want to know if they have physical limitations. I want to know if they have allergies. I want to know how many kids they have, and I want to take notes of it because when I follow up in however many days I see fit, I want to know what we talked about last. And sometimes I'm not on Facebook. Sometimes I'm texting them. Sometimes I'm calling them. How creepy is that, right? They gave me their phone number and want to talk. So I do. I connect with them. Are they on Home Direct? How did we meet? Personal development. I've got all these questions on here, and I'm going to show this big, sexy, or non-sexy sheet with you all. And I track them. And okay, so I talked to them. Maybe I just met them today, you know, just added them and just talked about goals today because I moved them off the funnel system. I'm done with the funnel system. We're best friends now. We're talking goals. We're ready to crush some things together, right? They reached out. They're ready to get started. I talked to them on the 18th, but they don't get paid till Friday. So I'm going to bump them up. What's Friday's date's the 21st? I'm going to move them up to tab number 21. And on the 21st, I'm going to follow up with them. And when I'm done with my follow-ups for the day, I shut my freaking big ugly binder and I set it on the counter. And I have purposely made friends. I have purposely tracked friends. And I have purposely followed up with my friends all within 30 days. I put my coaches in there just as if they are customers because they are. We often forget that our coaches, they need a little gut check too. They need loved on. They need reminded that it's okay to fail. Let's fail forward together. It's okay to restart. It's okay to screw up. It's okay. And so they need to be in your follow-up system because they're still your customer as well. So that, I feel like I covered it all. And I have other ways to grow your cold market, but that is the 90% of the time, that is what I do. I go and I purposely find them in groups, my 3 focus groups a week. I go and I love on them every 2 days. I'm loving on them every 2 days. But sometimes more than that if they're you know, some of them message or comment like, you don't even know it, but you're my best friend and whatever. So we just, you know, we don't even need 2 weeks to be best friends. But a lot of the time it takes about 2 weeks to naturally just invite them to something and move them over to my customer tracker. Now, maybe you have a customer tracker in Team Z or whatever it is. Whatever system you have, you need to actually implement it. Because I think that we spend so much time on making things pretty and perfecting things, and we're so worried that, oh, it's not quite ready to share yet, or it's not, whatever. We're wasting time. And what you need to do is start just taking action. It's so simple. Just do it. Like Power Hour, just do it. Set a time. Every single week I look at my schedule and I'm like, all right, so-and-so's got to be here at this time, that time. What time will I work out? What time will I do my Power Hour? What time? Everything. I have everything. What time will I work out and what time will I do my Power Hour is part of my planning day. Because you have to know what you're doing. And that's it. That's it. That's the take action. That's it.
That was phenomenal. Thank you so much, Jen, for sharing the goods. Guys, you heard them. She gave some quality tips, and ultimately it's about production over perfection. It's about taking the time to really be intentional with the plans that you have. We always hear the quote from Abraham Lincoln, where he's taking much more time to sharpen his saw than he actually is to cut down the tree. And you have to use that same philosophy. Oh my gosh, you are going to want to listen to this call at least 2 times. You're definitely going to want to share it with your team. Jen mentioned that she is going to be so gracious in sharing some of the tools and resources that she mentioned today. And if you have any questions about any of those, we'll do our best job in making sure that she sees those questions to answer them. Oh my goodness. Thank you again, Jen.
You're so welcome. I'm going to drop all of my Google Docs to you. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'll be checking on the thread. Just action. That's it right there. There's no secret. That's it.
Action. It's not the action, but also making sure that you're taking time to build those relationships. All right, this will be posted next Tuesday. We are going to be back here with Ali Tessatori. She's going to be talking about creating diamonds. Again, this will be posted. You're going to want to listen. You're going to want to share this call with your team. This was good stuff. Jennifer, thank you again for sharing with us, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye, guys.